Hi, this is Andy Scott with North Shore Apartments and Condos. I'm walking into 826 and a half, number 2E, 826 and a half Washington, number 2E. This is a really nicely rehabbed and very large one bedroom. We walk in, if we turn to our left, which is what we did, we're looking at the living room. See the ceiling fan. I'm going to turn around just for a second and show you the entryway, which has a beautiful full-size mirror and very nice woodwork. There's nice woodwork throughout this apartment. So if we go right around the living room, these windows are facing north. The windows themselves are new in the last 6 years. Beautiful trim and finish. There is none of the buckling in the walls or any of the shoddy paint. Also beautiful hardwood floors, and as we walk into the apartment, we're looking into a closet that has a stackable laundry unit. So this apartment has in-unit laundry, and if I turn to the right from the laundry, we get our first look at the dining room, which is also a nice big room. Looking back, we get another perspective of the living room. Again, nice natural light, beautiful finishes on the wall and around, and the trim. We see the mirror by the front door, ceiling fan, and hardwood floor. So we'll come out of the laundry area and look at the dining room, which is another significant room. This is probably 12 and a half by 10 and a half, something like that. So it's a sizable, formal dining room. These windows are facing south, which is just out the back of the building. I should have showed you the windows in the front. But behind the building are single-family homes, so it's really very nice. As we swing around from the windows, we get a glimpse of a closet, the electric panel. We've got another ceiling fan. We're looking into the living room now, and we catch just a glimpse of the kitchen. We'll head toward the kitchen. But before we study the kitchen, we'll look one more time at the dining room to give you the full size effect. It's a big room, and it goes right past the bath into the bedroom. Okay, the kitchen has been remodeled. It's a beautiful kitchen, granite countertops, full-size dishwasher, lots of cabinet space. Lots of cabinet space underneath. The back door goes down to storage and laundry, although you have laundry in the unit. Stainless steel fridge, full-size stainless steel finish on the stove and the microwave, more cabinet space, little bit of counter space. And if we walk over by the window, which is also facing south, we turn around and we see the new cabinetry, and then this is the original cabinetry. So it's really a cool kitchen layout. The floors are a laminate. I'm going to just show you a couple of the cabinets in the original, because they're totally usable. So it's a lot of extra storage space. These shelves are probably 12 or 13 inches deep. You have a nice counter area and drawers, which are super helpful, as well as larger storage on the bottom. There is a broom closet on this side. Oops, there we go. And some more storage across the top. That's basically just open storage space. So you do have this broom closet. Let's start from the back door. We'll go across and study that side of the kitchen first. We'll start by looking at the stove, which is a nice full-size stove. It's a 4-burner stove. It's an occupied apartment, but it's super clean. These guys keep everything super clean, which is really nice. The cabinets, let's take a look at the microwave, which is a nice big microwave. Used but very clean. Again, the stainless steel finish. We have a couple of cabinets on each side. Both look like that. They're a little more narrow. Shelves are about 11 inches deep. And then there's some space they have locked up there, but it's just space. The one thing to note about the kitchen is there's a backsplash. There's tile all the way around. So it is super easy to clean. Lots of outlets as well. And you see the first outlet over here between the stove and the fridge. The fridge, standard freezer on top, but it's pretty big. It's probably about 5 feet 9 inches high. Whoops. And the kitchen underneath, you have a cold cut drawer, crisper drawers, and a butter dish, shelves on the right. This kitchen is, or rather the kitchen window is facing south again, and this gives you a better shot of the actual windows themselves. They're pretty new and they're very nice. More backsplash on this side. Beautiful counter space also, which is really nice. Deep stainless steel sink with very good water pressure. So there you've got it all the way to hot. You have a little spray nozzle and a hose thing. Very nice. It drains beautifully. See, underneath is nice and dry and can be used for storage, so that's really cool. The cabinets above seem to be locked up, but they're big. They're about 2 feet high with 3 shelves, and the shelves are 11 inches deep. Good counter space here with a couple of outlets. Underneath the counter is a full-size dishwasher that's currently being used. There you go for a drawer. And then the underneath cabinet space is cool because it's deeper, and you have one on each side of this counter. There is a little bit of underneath counter space here as well. And you can see it's more narrow, but it is deep, so you get cookie sheets and more baking equipment in there. So it's really a lot of cabinet space. I'm going to walk back into the dining room and give you one more look at the kitchen. And one of the things I've forgotten to mention, there's the dishwasher and the counter, are these cool little shelves at the end. That's probably not why you'd rent the apartment, but they are nice looking. This cool woodwork is very nice, especially if you're an apartment geek like I am. That's hard to find. And then the newness of everything is also really nice. So the combination is impossible to find. And then the laminated floors make it super easy to clean. Go back through the dining room. On our way back, we passed sort of through some of the living room, which is a very big room. And then we see this small closet area with shelves, a little bit of floor space to store things. There's your electric panel, should a breaker go. And then you have a beautifully remodeled bath. And again, you've got tile everywhere to make it super easy to clean. In addition, you have lights over the mirror. You've got canned lights in the ceiling and a fan, which will help keep it dry and clean. Really important to air out your bathroom so you don't get mildew. Beautiful new tank toilet. Also a beautiful new sink with a nice base. Water pressure, I'm sure, is fantastic, but let's check. So there's the hot. It's coming out pretty good. And it's draining very well. And you can see underneath it's dry and used for storage. There's a medicine cabinet up on top. So the mirror opens up. And there you see the mirror. And the light over the mirror. The tub was new last year, I think. So all of this was new last year. Really very nice. I'm going to just show you the hot water. And that is very, very good water pressure. I'm not going to turn it on because I don't want to get the bathroom wet. But it's all the way to hot. And it's just very dynamic. So you get a lot of natural light here. You have your own radiator. New tile floors, new tile all the way around. So it's very, very clean. Nice cabinet space. That extra set of lights and the fan in the ceiling is really very, very valuable. So it's a great bath. And before we get to the bedroom, we have more of the original qualities of the apartment in a built-in, what would have been a linen closet. I'll just open the one part so we're not too invasive, but you can see the shelves. That'd be an open storage area up there, and the drawers, 3 drawers, are all very workable. The last stop is the bedroom. Here we have a what I think is a queen-size bed. We have a little nightstand. There's actually quite a bit in here. That's windows facing south. Another ceiling fan is very nice. We have this indentation, sort of the wall space here, which they're using as a makeshift closet. Let me get to the window here. Again, you're looking out the back of the building. And if I turn around, whoops-a-daisy. Turn around, we see that there's a nice closet behind the bedroom door, which I will open up to show you that there is a nice closet, and it goes back away, so it's about 4.5 feet deep. Now, I'm just going to put this, they have a cat, and I want the cat to get in the closet. From the closet area, if we spin around, we have a nice sized bedroom with a lot of furniture in it. Okay, so we'll come out of the bedroom. There's our current tenant, the star of this video. She's been very adept at staying out, but here's the bathroom, which I really like. A very large dining area, or formal dining room, which is really nice, that is contiguous to a very large living room. This living room is probably 16 feet long by 12 feet across, so it's a nice big space. It also has this closet area, which is great because it has this stackable laundry here, which is also great. From the laundry, we go back across towards the mirror. I try to stay out of the videos as much as I can. And there's me a little bit, and that brings us to the front door. Thanks for watching.